welcome back to the Extra Crispy podcast. What's going on, everybody? We're coming live from Orange County, California with your boy, Troy, mother-loving Troy Douglas. Make some noise, guys. I appreciate you guys coming back, listening in. We got a special news-breaking podcast. A podcast that's going to cover some news-breaking headlines. I don't even know if I'm saying this right. I'm not an anchor. I'm just covering this as a podcaster. And it was pretty crazy, man. The hot topic right now, Will Smith smacking the hell out of Chris Rock on stage at the Academy Awards. If this was 98, you wouldn't even thought it was real. 2022, I didn't even think it was real. Will Smith smacking the hell out of Chris Rock at the Oscars over a pretty lighthearted joke, I would say. Now, I understand a little more now. I researched why, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, could be a little offended by that joke, talking about, because she's bald, that, can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2, which G.I. Jane, I guess, shaved her head in the original movie, I believe. And I guess I learned that Jada Pinkett has alopecia. So I can see where, she's probably insecure and she's probably very angry. Will Smith picked up that energy and probably felt like he had to do something or he'll be in the doghouse. So I think that's why he went up there and made a dang fool of himself, smacking the hell out of Chris Rock on stage. Oh, man. And you got to give it to Chris Rock for keep pushing through with the show, I mean, man smacked me like that on stage. I don't care if I was in the wrong. I don't care if you a bigger dude than me. We scrapping. Because I can't go out like that. That was super disrespectful. It was disrespectful what Chris Rock said, to a degree. I understand it was a joke. But what Will Smith did was it toted the line. I mean, no, it crossed the line. It didn't tote the line. He crossed the line. He took it to violence. He smacked the hell out of Chris Rock. Took it to violence. That's crossing the line, I would say. At the same time, though, I'm not going to sit here and act like what Will Smith did is completely out of the realm of what I would have done in that situation. So I just hope everybody involved can get past it. Now, I know who's not going to get past it. Social media. This is going to be a memeable moment for decades, if not centuries to come. The Oscars, man. Who knew the Oscars were like the freaking real world? It's a real life. People just smacking the hell out of each other. It's ridiculous. Oh, man. Yeah, but and when I seen it, I was shaving, and I knew I was gonna do the podcast. I was shaving my head, my huevos, things like that, and I knew I was gonna do the podcast, and I was just like, what am I gonna talk about? Start thinking about things that have been happening in my life, topics, and I'm scrolling through YouTube like the shorts, and I seen that. I was like, what the heck? I looked to TMZ. I thought it was fake. I thought it was like some stage thing, like Kobe Bryant jumping over Aston Martin, I thought it was some stage thing like that. Looked pretty real to me. Looked pretty real. I ain't gonna lie. Um, and yeah, Will Smith, man, he must be going through it. He must be going through it because you know that red table talk. Jada Pinkett been making Will Smith look all kinds of crazy. You know, traditionally, from what you would think that a man can put up with. But, I mean, is it a testimony to how much Will Smith loves Jada? I don't know, man. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Because it could just been an overreaction. Maybe he's just an overreacting person. I don't know. I do not know. See, I understood when he smacked that one dude for trying to kiss him back in the days. I mean, but damn, smacking Chris Rock like that, he dang near punched him. That was a hard ass smack. He cocked all the way back. That might have been harder than that Nipsey slap that Nipsey did to that one dude when he was all in that blue and he smacked the hell out of that guy. Will Smith that might have been a smack of all smacks as far as celebrities go. I don't even think Rick James smacked Charlie Murphy that hard. Dang. Will Smith gave him that I Am Legend smack. Cocked all the way back. That's crazy. Man, you know, I hope this podcast ain't too loud for you. I didn't really check my numbers, but I'm looking at my audio range and looks kind of high. Give me 1 second. Yeah, but crazy. This is a crazy world we're living in. Crazy world we're living in, but when you are a comedian and you're saying things like that, you gotta understand. You're taking a chance. This is what you signed up for. People could get offended. And they could take it to the next level. Now, Will Smith smacked the hell out of Chris Rock. Chris Rock is probably 5'9", 150 pounds. Will Smith's probably 6'2", 6'3", 210 pounds. He smacked the hell out of Chris Rock. But I wonder, would he have done the same if the host was The Rock? Well, he still ran up in there and tried to smack the hell out of him. Would he would have tried to run up on The Rock and smack the hell out of The Rock? He ran up on Chris Rock, but would he run up on The Rock? You know, I imagine he probably wouldn't have ran up and smacked the hell out of him. He probably would have. If he did go up on that stage, he probably would have stopped right before he was about to smack the hell out of him and just made it confrontational. Or maybe he would have waited till later afterwards. Because when somebody's smaller than you and you have that kind of level of anger built up, you probably feel more inclined because there's more than likely a chance that you're going to come out looking as the dominant figure in the confrontation. If Will Smith had ran up on The Rock and smacked the hell out of him like that, I do not see a scenario with The Rock not smacking the hell out of him back. And I'm 90% sure The Rock smacks a lot harder than Will Smith. And Will Smith's not a small guy. But Chris Rock is. And that's why I feel like he did what he did, to be honest. You know, obviously, the joke triggered emotions. His wife didn't look happy at all. He was actually laughing initially, but she did not look happy at all. And I think he felt that. And men, we know when our girl ain't happy about some joke, you know, and you're like, do I want to be on the doghouse for this joke right here? And I think that's what Will Smith was. And Will Smith, man, Jada Pinkett Smith probably puts Will Smith in a doghouse, so lonely and dark. Will Smith didn't want to go through that, man. Come on. When your wife's hooking up with famous R&B singers, talking about how a legendary rapper that's not you was the picture of manhood. And who else? Who knows what else? Who knows what else? All right. So, like I said, put myself in Will Smith's shoes. I can't say that me doing that would be out of the realm of possibility. Very possible. Very possible, man. And then he accepted that award for, I'm guessing, what was Best Actor, the Academy Award for Best Actor. He accepted it, probably, I don't know, not so much long after. Bawling, crying. Talking about being a protector. And then he mentioned, I guess, something that Denzel Washington had said to him after he had smacked Chris Rock, commercial break or whatever. When Will Smith received his award, he said, and Denzel just told me, the devil's going to try you at your highest moments. Or at your highest moments, that's when the devil tries you. And the way Will Smith said it to me, I kind of felt like he thought he passed that test. I think maybe he should have turned the other cheek on that. And I think that's what Denzel meant. Because when they put the camera on Denzel, he did not look like he really agreed with the context that Will Smith was using what he had told him. It is what it is, though. It's all entertainment. Cameras are on. Nobody's really being themselves when the cameras are on. I don't care what you say. All right? They know this is broadcast to millions of people. Now has become the most trending topic in 2022, probably. This is bigger than the Ukraine-Russia war. Not saying overall in real life situations, but as far as social media goes, I'm seeing more posts and input on this situation than I've seen about Russia and Ukraine, or what else has even happened in 2022? I can't even think of anything that's really happened in 2022 other than Will Smith smacking the hell out of Chris Rock. It's like the year just started. Happy New Year's. Smack him upside the freaking head. Oh, man. That's crazy, though. Yeah, I mean, I just felt like, dang. I feel like Will Smith should have had that energy for August Alsina. If you telling Chris Rock, keep my wife's name out your mouth, what did you say to August Alsina, who allegedly or for surely, I'm not sure on the facts 100%. I mean, I believe they've talked about this. But to my knowledge, it has been said that he smashed your wife. Did you not beat the hell out of him? If you smacked the hell out of Chris Rock, you must have beat August Alsina to an inch of his life. Or you just topsy-turvy, man. You topsy-turvy, man. If you didn't put hands on August Alsina, you need to go put hands on August Alsina. Just to put the whole entire assault on Chris Rock into perspective, Well, I mean, he's consistent. He smacked me, but he beat the hell out of August Alsina. And what he did was far more disrespectful. Far more Disrespectful. Chris Rock uses words. August Alsina, he uses semen. All right, man. Yeah, that's too far. I'm sorry. It's. I don't know if it's the truth, but that's some stuff that I hear. Oh man, let me just. I might as well just get to my. Let me just get to my life for a moment. All right. Yeah, I've been visiting. Shouldn't say visiting. I've gone to a couple funerals in these past couple weeks, and I like to say R.I.P. to my Uncle Daniel. I went to his funeral. I like to say R.I.P. to an old friend of mine, Roberto Bronco Crosco Jr., I believe. I always call him Roberto. He always used to want me to call him some different name. I was like, man, I met you. Your name was Roberto. I'm going to call you Roberto. I mean, hey, that's your name. And, yeah, man, went to his funeral. Super sad. My uncle's funeral was super sad. Roberto's funeral was a closer death to me just because how close of friends we were once, Very sad, too. I mean, 30 years old. Obviously, that's sad. My uncle was probably in his mid-60s. Lived a bit more of your life. Didn't have as much time spent with my uncle, but it was sad because, empathy can be started with even people you don't know. So I did have empathy for my uncle and his situation and my cousins and how they probably felt and just loss of life, Now with Roberto though, I let my emotions pour out. I felt like I needed to embrace how I felt at the funeral, I mean, I wasn't hooting and hollering, but when I seen him in the casket, I broke down, gave his family some hugs, cried, that kind of boo-hoo, that kind of stuff. I ain't done that in 20 years. Nah, not in 20 years. But I haven't cried like that since, my father's funeral. And just walked to my car, man, and just sat there after the funeral and just reminisce, man. That's all you can do in these situations. Reminisce, prayed for the family, prayed for his soul, and just, think about all the laughs you had with the person. Sometimes you think about some of the conflict you had with the person and just laugh at that because really wasn't really anything serious. And just, I mean, man, I knew him from, he was a close friend of mine from 10 to 20. 10 years, pivotal years growing up. And we had a lot in common, man. A lot in common. I'm like, we started hanging out because I was kind of getting picked on at school by a group of kids. And, he jumped in the middle of the whole circle of them messing with me. And he stood up for me, man. And I was like, what the heck? I didn't even know me this fool cool like that. I'm like, what did I do to make this guy feel like, he needed to stick up for me? And, that's just how he was, though, man. That's how he was towards me. That's how he was. He was a really brave individual. I always thought that. I always thought he was really brave. Great sense of humor. He's a really funny guy. And I think that I got to know a side of him that maybe he didn't share with everybody. You know how it is when friends, close friends, best friends, um, you share things that you feel like you at that age, especially 17, 18, 19, 20, you know, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That age, you feel like your friends are the people you can confide in, you know. So, you know, he was deep, man. Had some layers for sure. Man had layers, 100%. And you know, overall, he was a good dude. And sad to see him go. I don't know exactly what happened. I do feel a sense. Um, I do feel a lack of closure because of that. Don't know exactly how he passed. Uh, Maybe I will one day. Um, I just to put things in perspective, man. I just you don't think these things are gonna happen for people. So young, it does. Not saying that it doesn't happen. Not saying I'm oblivious to it or that it can't happen to anybody. But when it does, it really makes your mind think. Really makes your body have to process uh, different emotions, and you kind of have to take hold of your consciousness, you know? Really got to be in tune with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Um, really reflective, introspective. It's very deep. Sometimes you have to be very still in those moments too. Because in that stillness, I feel like God will lead you to the proper etiquette in those moments, you know? And yeah, man, like I said, R.I.P. to my man Roberto, man. Funny guy, man. Brave dude. Condolences to his family, his sisters, his dad. You know, I always know that they used to do their best for him, and you know, I saw that growing up. Um, his sisters, man, sisters took care of him like they were like he was their son. You know, I mean, they even used to hook me up when I was over the house hanging out with them. You know, buy us food. And hey, buying an extra kid food ain't cheap either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, buy him all kinds of stuff. You know, but they used to always treat me the way they treated him when I was around. And his dad was always very welcoming. You know, we had a language barrier because I don't speak Spanish, but you know, he never made me feel unwelcome in their household. And you know, it's an end. It's an end to a chapter in my life and the book of his life here on earth. And we just gotta keep trying to be our best as people and try to love one another while we're here. I know it's easier said than done. Life moves so fast. Unappreciating things is easier than to appreciate. Not appreciating things is easier than to appreciate. But we need to make that conscious effort and try. And try, man. Because when we go, that's it. That is it. As far as down here, what's to come? No man knows. Now, I believe what Christianity tells me. Some people believe what Islam tells them. Some people believe what Judaism tells them. Some people believe what Mormonism tells them. Some people believe what, some of the denominations of Christianity. Some people believe what Scientology tells them. Some people don't believe in any major religion, period. But the only one thing is for sure, we're all gonna go through it, and none of us will be able to come back and tell the other one what to expect. And that's how I'm gonna leave you, Krispy Critters. Thanks for sticking around on this one. This podcast was a roller coaster, just laughing and joking about Will Smith and Chris Rock, and then getting emotional at the end, talking about my friend. Man, Xxtra podcast. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna get, man. But I'll tell you what. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Krispy Critters, I love you. Appreciate all the support. We out.